Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Thursday, September 4th. You'll be interested to know, 137 years ago, today in 1888, George Eastman received a patent for his roll film camera and registered the trademark Kodak, a moment that democratized photography by making it accessible to everyone and sparked a revolution in visual storytelling. This invention, celebrated as a triumph of human ingenuity, transformed how people capture memories, document history, and share experiences, inspiring generations of photographers and innovators. So now you know. And now, it's time for the weather report. This morning, it's sunny and it feels like 62 degrees with 5-mile-per-hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:09 and will rise again tomorrow at 6:14. It looks like we're in for a sunny day with a high near 80 and a light south wind at 5 to 12 miles per hour. Tonight, there's a chance of rain showers after 1 a.m. with partly cloudy skies, a low around 64, and a gentle breeze from the south at 8 to 12 miles per hour. For all you beach runners out there, the first high tide Thursday will be just before 9:30 with a low tide at 3:15. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 68 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, in Massachusetts, a ballot measure proposing rent control has successfully cleared its first hurdle to appear on the 2026 ballot. This initiative comes as the state's housing crisis worsens, despite attempts to change local zoning laws to spur housing creation. Housing advocates have long called for limits on rent increases since rent control was eliminated in 1994. Attorney General Andrea Campbell certified this initiative, along with 43 others, marking a new record. If passed, the proposal would limit annual rent increases to 5% or the Consumer Price Index's inflation rate, whichever is lower. However, it would not apply to owner-occupied housing with 4 or fewer units, public housing, short-term rentals, or specified education and nonprofit housing. Betty Lewis, a renter in Mattapan, emphasized the impact of skyrocketing rents, stating, "When rent can go up by hundreds of dollars overnight, seniors are forced to put off their retirement." On the other hand, Greg Vessel, CEO of the Greater Boston Real Estate Board, criticized the proposal as a flawed, harmful policy, predicting it would slow housing production and raise costs. Now on to sports. Who will define the 2025 fantasy football season? Our featured pros revealed their expert predictions for players likely to appear on championship-winning rosters this year. These insights highlight breakout stars, draft values, and league winners that experts believe will be the backbone of title teams. Among them, Christian McCaffrey is projected to be the most rostered player, while others like Tatero McMillan and Braylon Allen are also expected to shine. As we look ahead, predictions for top players in 2026 are also discussed, emphasizing the importance of strategic drafting. Tonight, the NFL season kicks off on NBC and Peacock. At 8:20 Eastern Time, the Cowboys are at the Eagles, with the Eagles favored by 8.5 and the over-under set at 47.5. Coach Nick Sirianni, a lifelong football enthusiast, surprisingly admitted he was unaware of the team's Super Bowl championship banner unveiling before the opener against the Dallas Cowboys. While the Eagles have focused on the current season, wide receiver A.J. Brown emphasized their readiness to move forward. With powerhouse players like Hurts and Brown, the Eagles are favorites to win another Super Bowl, while the Cowboys face challenges after trading star edge rusher Micah Parsons. In local sports, last night at Fenway Park, the Red Sox lost to the Guardians 8-1. Gabriel Arias hit a 2-run homer in a 6-run second inning as starter Cantillo earned the win and Boston's Bernard had the loss. The Sox finished with 7 hits, 2 errors, and left 8 runners on base. The Guardians had 11 hits with no errors. Boston's record is now 78-63. Tomorrow night, the Red Sox clash with the D-backs in Phoenix at Chase Field for Game 1 of a 3-game series. Peyton Tall, who is 0-0, with a 3.38 earned run average, faces Eduardo Rodriguez, who is 6-8 with a 5.4. First pitch is at 9:40 with a clear sky and temperature near 88 degrees. In top news, this low-calorie ingredient could be contributing to cognitive decline, a study finds. Some sugar substitutes, like those in diet soda and ultra-processed snacks, could have consequences for long-term brain health, according to a study published Wednesday in Neurology. Scientists found that the consumption of low and no-calorie sweeteners was associated with faster cognitive decline. The study followed more than 12,700 adults from Brazil for a median of 8 years. Participants completed cognitive tests every 4 years, revealing that middle-aged people under 60 years old who consumed the highest amount of sweeteners showed faster declines in overall thinking and memory skills. Researchers found the link to faster cognitive decline was stronger in people with diabetes than those without. Sumoto emphasized the importance of understanding any association with brain imaging. In business news, moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham, just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Viking is a luxury cruise operator that focuses on a no policy, banning children, and has casinos and umbrella drinks on its river and ocean ships. Instead of competing with flashy features, Viking maintains classic designs and offers a more educational experience. As of early August, roughly 96% of Viking's core trips for 2025 are sold out, with nearly 55% booked for next year. Revenue for the 3 months ending June 30th reached nearly $1.9 billion, up 18.5% from the previous year. Viking's high ticket prices often eliminate extra charges, creating a more enjoyable experience for guests. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is unchanged at about $111,000. Ethereum is up 2% to just over 4,400. And XRP is up 0.5% to $2.84. And in entertainment news, let's talk tech. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump own about 20% of a Bitcoin mining company, with their stake valued at over $1.5 billion after its stock debut. Shares in American Bitcoin Corporation soared to $14 on its first trading day, closing at $8, up 16.5%. Eric Trump dismissed conflict of interest criticisms as insane, stating his father is running a nation and is not involved in their business ventures. The Trump family has launched several crypto ventures, including World Liberty Financial, which has earned around $500 million since last year. Eric Trump has traveled internationally to rally support for the crypto industry. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American photographer and environmentalist, Ansel Adams. And he said, "You don't take a photograph, you make it," highlighting the transformative power of photography in capturing and shaping human experiences. And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the weather reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Boston.